Yeah, what's your first name?
Joseph.
Joseph, are you from what?
From East Tennessee.
East Tennessee. Okay, let me see what you think about it.
All right, I'm trying number 1 first. Let's see. Pretty tasty.
Something you could live with in a survival situation?
Mm-hmm.
Or even maybe a dinner? Try number 2, or whichever one you want. Okay, you go number 3 next.
We'll go number 2. Let's go
Okay,
order here.
number 2 next.
That was good. Had good flavor. Chicken was tender.
Yeah, all 3 of them look different.
That was a really nice flavor to it.
Yeah, I know. And
Okay, trying number 3
Now
now.
number 3.
Oh, the thumbs up for number 3, huh?
Number 3. That tastes like I just went to the hibachi grill.
So that's a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know what your grill's like. Okay, so you like number 3. Well, how would you rank the other 2, or do you have a preference? Just like number 3, huh? You seem to like number 2.
I like 3, and I like the flavor of 2. That one was okay. Number 1 was okay.
Okay.
But 2 had a really nice flavor to it. 3 said, I am chicken teriyaki.
Okay, without cluing off everybody who is standing around here.
Oh, wow.
That was wise.
Okay.
Number 2 was this one.
Okay.
And number 3, that you liked the most, was that one.
All right, very cool.
Okay, thanks for participating. We got some. You ready? The next victim. Before I forget, first name and city, where you roughly, or state even.
My name is Earl.
Earl.
I live in North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay, thank you. Starting with what?
Number 1.
Number 1.
The rehydrated texture is good. I mean, it's a little bit bland.
Bland, a little bit, but suitable for survival or camping even? Camping or even a home meal, maybe?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
Moving on to number 2.
Yep, and by the way, these weren't in any particular order.
Not so good.
Not so good, huh? I also see you have a chunk of pineapple in there. That one actually has pineapple in it.
Oh, okay.
Try it with the pineapple, see if it's any better for you. Is there a chunk of pineapple there? There are some chunks of pineapple, maybe not.
Missed out on a chunk.
Okay.
It does have that taste to it.
Okay. I don't see how about the meat in there? The meat tender, tastes like real chicken? Well, of course it is real chicken.
I didn't get any chicken either.
No chicken? Oh, okay. Well, we just randomly pulled a couple spoonfuls out for you, so.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I understand.
It wasn't a setup. Okay, number 3.
Moving on to number 3. And number 2 had a good texture. I mean, it tasted like it came right out of it was prepared.
Number 3.
Yeah, it does have a really good flavor.
Number 3, okay.
Yeah, really good flavor. The texture is and it may just have been just a little bit overcooked. And, in terms of al dente, number 1 and 2 had a little more texture to them.
So overcooked meaning a little soggy, kind of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it still tastes really good.
Well, number 1 and number 2 were put in at the same time. Number 1 and 3 were put in the same time. Number 2 actually requires a little bit more cook time. So, but they were put in as per recommendations of the manufacturer.
Right.
So out of the 3, which do you think you like best? You seem to be maybe wavering between 1 and 3, or?
Yeah, 3, and definitely I got a bite of the chicken or 2. And the flavor is great. I mean, 2 definitely at the bottom of the list. I think. Let me try 1 and 2 again. 3 is definitely my pick of the 3. I could definitely survive on it for
Yep.
meal after meal after meal if I had to.
Okay.
And number 1, I could survive on it meal after meal after meal if I had to,
Okay.
or even would like to.
So you like 3 the best, 1 the next best. What about
They're very close, but
Okay.
this traditional teriyaki taste is definitely number 3.
number 2 then? But would you be comfortable surviving on that?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Number 2. Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
number 2.
I could if I had to.
Okay. Well, the one you didn't like the one you liked the least is Valley Food Storage chicken teriyaki. Number 1 was Wise teriyaki chicken,
Okay.
and then number 3 was Mountain House teriyaki chicken.
Are you filming right now?
Yeah. Well, go ahead. All right. Yeah, well, we're pretty much done for this one here. Well, thank you for participating.
Oh, you're welcome. So,
All right, my name is Hakeem Black MacGyver Isler. I am from Fayetteville, North Carolina,
Okay.
and I'm going to be doing this taste test. And you said these are all chicken teriyaki?
They're all chicken teriyaki, even though they look a lot different. So we'd start wherever you want. You don't have to start with one. You
Okay.
can start wherever you want. You just want an honest opinion, taste, texture, smell, anything that stands out.
That tastes really good,
Okay, you taste the number 1 first.
number 1. And texture's good. It tastes like regular rice, and
You try the chicken. Is it real? Does it seem like real chicken to you? I mean, nothing fake there, you don't think?
the chicken tastes really authentic.
Okay.
That's good.
It is real chicken. by the way.
Okay.
Okay, now next he's trying number 3.
Number 3 is next. That tastes sweeter.
Sweeter. Okay.
The texture is a lot softer than the first one.
Taste-wise, what do you think?
It's good.
Sweeter,
It's good. It's sweeter, but I don't like it as much as I like number 1.
like number 1 best so far. Okay. Now he's trying number 2. Definitely looks different. Now you got a big chunk of pineapple there.
I don't taste the chicken teriyaki at all, really, compared to the other 2. I taste that pineapple though. The pineapple's obviously sweet.
Try a little bite without the pineapple because nothing else. There's no more pineapples that don't look like on there. I see a pea and some rice.
It's good, but it's plain. It's not-
Okay, so you like that the least, or
I like that one the least.
okay? Let me show you what you had. Are you familiar with any of the brands?
I am.
Okay.
The first 2, this one and this one.
Yep. Wise and Mountain House. You liked number 1 best.
Yeah.
Number 1 was Wise.
All right.
Teriyaki chicken.
Excellent. Excellent.
The one you liked the next best, you said was sweeter. That was Mountain House chicken teriyaki. The last one was a fairly new company called Valley Food Storage chicken teriyaki.
Okay.
So, would you have a problem? First of all, in a survival situation, if that's all you had to eat, would you have a problem eating anyway?
No, I'd eat all of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if it was a family meal replacement, would you be happy enough to serve that as a replacement meal? If you didn't have time, you just threw together
Yeah, definitely.
any of them?
Yes, any of them.
Okay, so they're all acceptable.
They're all acceptable.
Okay.
Even number 2, I just liked it less than I liked the others. It was still acceptable as something to eat.
Okay. Very good information. Now, thank you. You can eat the rest of it there anytime you want.
Nope, I'm good.
Oh, you don't like it that
'cause-
well, huh?
No, I like it, but I'm full and my stomach's been bothering me.
Okay.
Laura, and I live in Maggie Valley, North Carolina.
Maggie Valley, North Carolina. Okay, you've got 3 different brands freeze-dried food. Go ahead and start with whatever one you want. Doesn't have to be in order.
I'm going to start with number 1.
Start with number 1.
Okay. I'm going to get a good bite.
Flavor, texture, anything you want.
Texture is excellent. Flavor is very good.
Okay.
Very good. Number 2.
Going to number 2 next. See, she's grabbing a big chunk of pineapple there.
Texture's good. Nothing mushy. It's very good. not as much flavor, but very good.
Okay,
But not as much flavor as that.
so not quite as good as tasty-wise. Okay,
Correct. Correct. Not as
it's flavorful.
flavorful.
Okay, now number 3.
All right.
So I gave you a lot more of number 3 for some reason.
I don't like the texture.
Don't like the texture. Being what, soggy? Is
It's soft. It's
it too soft?
Yeah, too soft.
This is near the end of the test, and so probably the longer it sits there, it will get
of
softer.
Of course. But I mean, it's.
But they
not
were made
a-
at the same time. Number
Okay.
1 and 3 were made at
well,
exactly the same
This
time.
is a softer, mushier texture.
Okay.
And the flavor's okay.
Okay.
Is what
And so out of the 3, can you determine which you like the best, or
I think I like number 1.
number 1 you like the best?
It's between 1 and 2.
Between 1 and 2.
And there are different flavors, even though they're the same thing.
So you
but
like-
number 1 is more flavorful, and I have a.
So you like
have a
3 the
type.
least then?
Correct.
Okay. Let me show you what number 1. You like 1 first. 1, 2, and 3 are in order, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 1 was Wise Teriyaki Chicken. It's been around for about 10 years. Number 3 was. Oh wait, that's one you didn't like. That's the one you like the least. So number 2 that you liked next best was Valley Food Storage Chicken Teriyaki.
It was really good. I mean, it's hard to tell between 1 and 2.
And then number 3 was Mountain House Chicken Teriyaki, the one you like the least.
Okay.
So, how about your opinion on if you had to survive on this? Would you have any problem surviving on this?
No.
And what about for like as a replacement for a meal for dinner? What do you think?
I would do either one of those.
Either one of the 2,
Yes.
but not the third one.
Not that.
Okay. Well, thanks for help, for participating. Go ahead and
My name's Stephen Gardner with PhD, Primitive Heating Devices. I'm from Lufkin, Texas, doing a taste test. We'll try number
you
1.
can start with number 1. Okay.
Start with number 1. It's not bad.
Not bad. You could live off of it.
You can live off
Yeah,
of
okay.
it, for sure.
Number 3 he just tried now.
Sorry, I went out of order.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Pretty
Taste
good?
the teriyaki in it.
It says what now?
I taste a little teriyaki, man.
Well, it's supposed to, they're all 3 are teriyaki. They're all supposed to
Yeah,
be. Okay, number 2 he just tried now.
No, I really like it.
Don't really like number 2. Okay, out of the number 1 and 3, which one you like better?
I gotta try it again.
Big spoonful of a big chunk of chicken in it. Texture of the chicken good. You can tell that's real chicken.
Real quick.
Okay, that was number 2. Now he's or number 1. I'm sorry. Now he's going number 3.
Number 3.
The rest of the number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3 is better.
Number 3.
And as far as all 3 of them, if you had to survive off of any, would you still reject number 2?
No.
Okay.
No, if I had to, no, heck no. I
Okay.
Mean, it's just not as tasty as
Okay.
the other ones. But.
Well, let me show you what you did. The one you just tried, number 2.
Okay.
That's Valley Food Storage Chicken
Okay.
Teriyaki.
All right.
That's one you like the least. The one you like next least was Teriyaki Chicken from Wise.
Okay.
And the one you liked the most was Mountain House Teriyaki Chicken.
Oh, cool, man. That's not bad at all. It's actually pretty tasty, man. For a.
Have you had freeze dried before?
Oh no, sir.
Well, you had. Okay, so that's a new thing. Something
Yeah,
new.
it's
All you have to do is add water, basically boiling water.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Yeah. Heck yeah.
My name is Tanner Hawkins. I'm from Conroe, Texas.
Texas, okay. Give it a try. Tell us which one you're starting out with.
I got some good food in Texas, so I'll give you a real good one here.
Well, this is not Texas chili.
We got number 3 here.
Okay, number 3.
Not bad. Number 1.
Okay, try number 1 now.
All right.
It's okay. Now number 2. Yeah, is that? Yeah, that's
sir.
number 2. Okay.
Not bad.
It's not bad. So you kind of said not bad for all of them. Do you have a favorite?
I'm about to.
Try again. Okay, you're going to go another round. It was number 3. Now he's going to try number 1. Number 1 you like the best?
Number 1.
You don't need to try number 2 again? Okay.
Number 2 is the least.
Okay, number 1. Let me show you what you preferred. Number 1 was actually Wise Teriyaki Chicken. Number 3, the one you liked the next, was Mountain House Teriyaki Chicken. And the one you like the least is Valley Food Storage Teriyaki Chicken.
Kind of bland on the back.
Well, the interesting thing about this is this doesn't have all the other extra ingredients that the other ones have. It has a very basic bare bones. It doesn't have things that sound kind of like chemicals in it.
Yeah.
So this is a little more pure, if you
Okay.
will.
Well, if that was the case, that was
Well,
great.
it's one thing I will be using in the
Yeah.
final evaluation of things, showing the ingredients also and the calories,
Yeah.
cost, the shelf life, things like that,
Now, if
and
that's
the
what we're
reputation
talking
of the company.
about. That's what I would go with number 2 if that's what we're
This
talking
was strictly
about.
a taste test.
Yes, yes. That was awesome.
Well, thanks for participating.
Thank you very much.
So, what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Tammy Wood, and I'm from Asheville.
Asheville, right close here. Okay,
Yes.
start wherever you want to give it
All
a
right,
taste.
let's try with number 1.
And I'm looking for texture, flavor, smell, anything that stands out.
That's pretty good. I like it. The texture is, a little moist, not too dry. Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I like it. I'm gonna try number 2.
Number 2.
It's okay. I liked 1 better so far.
Okay. What was wrong with what was wrong with number 2?
Doesn't have as much flavor,
Okay.
which sometimes is a good thing, right?
And now she's trying number 3.
We got like 3 more, and it's probably because of the fact that it has more stuff in it.
More stuff.
Yeah, it seems like
I mean,
it's got-
visually.
yeah, well, it seems like it's got more vegetables and maybe, I don't know if there's some secret vegetables in here that I'm not seeing.
Yeah, the visible ones.
Right, but no, I think 3 is, yeah.
Okay, so you like 3 the best. Now, out of all 3 of these, is there any of them that you just would not stand for to have in a survival situation?
No, I would eat any of those.
Okay, and
I
what
would eat
about
bugs.
so the number 2 you like the least?
Yes.
Would number 2 still be suitable for like a meal replacement?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So none of them are
I'll
bad.
still eat this, just not to waste it.
Okay, so none of them are bad.
None of them are bad.
Okay, let me show you. Stay there, and let me show you what you tasted and what you liked. So
Okay.
you liked number 3 the best. That was Mountain House Teriyaki Chicken. The one you liked the next best was Wise Company Teriyaki Chicken. And the one you liked the least, that you said had the least flavor, was Valley Food Storage Teriyaki Chicken.
Is
Nope.
one of these healthier than another?
Well, healthy would be a relative term, and I know your type of booth you have, that you work here, has natural type products, and you're
Yes.
probably opposed to maybe soys or chemicals or things like that.
Right.
If you look at the 2 that you like the best, believe it or not, these 2 have a whole long list of things that sometimes they don't sound like food.
Right, and that's normally the case. Those things can
But this
grab
one
you.
is very bare bones basic. If you look in the ingredients, it has about 1/5 of the ingredients, and they're all something that you know what they are.
And so knowing that, even though I like that taste better, I would still
You might
go with this.
this.
I would
Okay?
most certainly
and
go
that's
with
an
that.
evaluation that I will be doing during the video, comparing calories, price, shelf life, company reputation, and ingredients.
Right,
And so
right.
yeah, this one is definitely unique that it doesn't have all those chemicals.
Absolutely, I don't want to poison
I'm calling them
myself
chemicals,
anymore.
but they are real. It's edible food, but
Yeah.
it has a whole lot more in it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what makes it taste better. Quote
You
better.
can always spiff this up, right?
Is what?
Make it better.
Well,
Yeah.
you could always add your own spices too if you had spices stored.
Right, right. And I do store spices, so I would
Okay.
most certainly put spices in. Thank you.
Well, thanks for helping.
I'm Dave Jones, and I come from Paris, Virginia.
Okay, he's trying number 3 first.
3.
Just want your honest opinion. This is all freeze-dried survival food, but it could be used for camping and other purposes. Even in home meals, sometimes we'll use it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Number 3,
I'm going to try 1 now.
not bad. And going to number 1.
Right now, 1's leading.
Okay,
Now, number 2.
complete with a chunk of pineapple.
I think number 2, just for eye appeal, number 2 looks not as pleasing.
It's a lot lighter color, certainly.
Yeah, so let's see. Definitely not number 2. Number 2 tastes a little bit like the plate.
I've never ate a plate.
Yeah. I'll try one again. That was good.
We're actually going straight back and working on something that, some other gentlemen have been talking about.
Okay, now number 3 again.
Where we can make a self-contained.
Definitely one.
Definitely one. Okay.
Definitely.
And as far as all 3 of them, would you have a problem as survival food having any 3 of those?
No.
So even 2 is acceptable.
Dude, I was in the Army 24 years. I go all the way back to sea rash.
Okay, so is it better than sea rats or MRE?
Oh, it's better than sea rash.
Okay.
Not better than MRE.
And it's better than bugs and grass like everybody else might
Better
be.
than bugs and grass.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let me show you.
It's pretty close to that plate.
Let me show you which one you like the most. It's actually Wise Teriyaki Chicken.
Okay, there's
The Wise
my,
brand.
this is my winner.
The number 2 that you liked, that was number 3, was
Mountain House. That's surprising.
And the one you liked the least was the Valley Food Storage Chicken Teriyaki. That's the one that had the pineapple chunk in it.
Okay, that was definitely unique.
All right, well, thanks for participating. I know you got to get to a class.
Well, sure. Thank you for having me.
Okay.
All right, this is Pastor Keith Aiton, the author of The Prepper and the Preacher, out of North Carolina and also New York.
Okay.
All right.
North Carolina, so where do you live?
Well, we're just going to say deep in the mountains, the Smoky Mountains of North Carolina.
Okay, so that's not New York. Okay. Okay, start with wherever you like. Starting with number 2.
Starting with number 2.
Just honest
A little
opinion.
sweet.
Sweet. Well, it's chicken teriyaki chicken, so now you got a chunk of pineapple there, so that's probably going to be sweeter.
It's not bad at all. Okay. Can I switch to another one?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
let me get number 2 down.
Yep.
I'm going to number 1 now.
Big bite, number 1.
Number 1's all right. In a survival situation, you'd eat it, but I think number 2 so far tastes better. But
Okay.
number 1's okay.
All right. And now number 3.
I think out of all 3 of them, number 3 has the best taste overall.
Okay.
That's my opinion. Number 3's taste best overall. Number 1 is okay, average. Number 3 best taste overall. Number 2 is okay. But I would eat if I had to in a survival situation. I'd obviously eat them all, but I would want number 3 first, just on the taste. And had a nice, the spices, everything in it, really good.
What about would you be afraid to serve any of them as a meal replacement for your family?
It would be number 3 was the one my family would probably eat because there was more spices on that palate.
Okay, but the other 2 would not be acceptable for a meal if you were at home. Just everything's normal.
Everything's normal. No, not acceptable. Maybe number 2, but I'd have to modify it just a little bit.
You could always add your own spices.
Yeah. Just
Okay, well, here's what you picked. As number 1, I'm sorry, number 3, as the best tasting you thought was Mountain House Teriyaki Chicken.
Wow.
That was the one you liked the best.
Go ahead, Mountain House.
And then the other ones, the first one you tried was Wise Teriyaki Chicken. That's number 1.
Okay.
That was the one you tried first. And then the third one was Valley Food Storage Chicken Teriyaki, the one that's the lightest color.
Okay, that's this one.
Yes.
Okay, so Valley Foods was okay. All right, but my number one pick was number 3.
In this case, that was Mountain House. Yes.
Mountain House. All right. Well, Mountain House, you're still doing something right.
They've been around for 50 years. They kind of know what they're doing.
Even though you guys could send me some more supplies, but you're doing all right.
Okay. Well, you sell freeze-dried food too?
I used to a long time ago.
Okay. Yeah, but he did not know that. He had no idea which one was which when we started this.
Didn't know. I finished my number 3, as you can see right here. I actually finished it. The other ones, I'm like, I'll get to it.
Okay, well, thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
Okay, my name's Mary Elizabeth and I'm from the Carolinas.
The Carolinas, okay. You have 3 brands of freeze-dried food there. You don't have any idea which is which, so start with one of them and tell us what you think.
This one smells appetizing. This tastes like it has okra in it. so it's a little has a little bit of there's a little sliminess to it.
Okay.
But the flavor is full. You know, it definitely has a taste to it.
Okay, you're moving on to number 2 next. Any other thoughts about number 1?
The more thought about number 1, I can actually taste pieces of chicken in it. Like there's whole pieces of chicken.
Yeah,
in
it is real
and
chicken. It should be real chicken, yes.
Yeah. It's not just like chicken flavored broth. There are real pieces of chicken in number 1.
Yep. Okay, now she's trying number 2.
Number 2 is kind of sweet, and there's an onion scent, an onion kind of flavor to it. Definitely, maybe this green is like chives or something, or if they're peas. Maybe that's why it's sweet.
I think they're peas, but there's also, you can see a chunk of pineapple there. Teriyaki chicken is supposed to be a little sweet.
Whoa, that pineapple's interesting.
Well, any preference yet between 1 and 2?
Definitely number 1 over number 2.
Number 1 over 2. Okay. Now she's moving on to number 3.
I like the color of number 3. I like the way number 3 looks. Ooh, and I like the way number 3 smells. Number 3 has like a more savory
We
smell.
panicked
And
at first, and then figured out we could put it
the
back
peas
together.
in number 3 are like whole peas. They look like the ones I've seen before. The peas in number 1 were, and number 2 were, they look abnormally green and they're kind of in halves. Maybe they're. Yeah, I definitely picked number 3.
Number 3, you like the third one the best.
The third one is definitely the best. The third one tastes like what I think teriyaki tastes like. This one,
And she's trying number 1 again. And now back to number 3.
yeah, number 3 has a good balance of sweet and savory. And number 1, the chicken flavor is really intense, and so it's a little, I can taste salt in it more, and that sort of is catching my attention more. Number 3, it definitely has the most balance, and it's most appealing to me based off of the color, the smell, and the flavor. Number 3 wins.
Okay, and you'd like to have a second choice that you like? You like
Number 1.
as a second choice? Okay. Now, would you be afraid? First of all, would you survive off of this if you had to? If you had nothing else to eat, would this be a choice for you having food like this?
Yes, this is a great choice, and
All 3 of them, even the number 2 that you didn't like as much.
if you're surviving, you will eat what's available.
They're better than bugs and grass, right?
It's better than bugs. I might actually add some grasses. I'm a forager, and I know what plants would be that I would want to add to this.
Okay.
Ooh, I would cook down some nettles if I could find them and eat it with
Nettles,
that.
yeah.
That would make it more edible for me.
Very high in vitamins. Yep.
Yeah.
And so, what about serving this for dinner as a replacement meal for a family? Would you think you would be wrong to do that? Are they acceptable for even that?
I definitely think that's acceptable. I think it would make a really cool experience if you were serving this for your family, just when you were having a picnic or
Okay, let me show you the
doing an outdoor
surprise.
adventure.
Number 3 was Mountain House Chicken Teriyaki. That was the one you liked the best.
It is.
The one you liked the next best was Wise. That was number 2, Wise Chicken Teriyaki. And the one you liked the least best, which you're probably going to change your mind after I tell you something about this, is Valley Food Storage Chicken Teriyaki. Now, the reason that I think you'll like this one better when I tell you more about it is the ingredients.
It's healthier.
Well, look at the ingredients.
Wow, there's so few.
And they're all things you know what they are and you can pronounce, correct?
5, 6, 7. There's only 7 ingredients.
And I know very little about you, but over the weekend I know you like natural things.
I'm gonna like that one.
Okay, but look at the ingredients, like for instance this one.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of ingredients.
And the Mountain House. And some of these are things that you might not even think of as food. See, the point there is...
I don't see, here's the thing I will say. I don't see anything on any of these ingredients list that scares me or that I feel like is going to be toxic to me.
Right.
But I do see there is a difference in the quality of the nutrition. So the Mountain House has cooked chicken as the number 1 ingredient. That's significant. And long grain rice is the #1 ingredient of Valley Food Storage. And long grain rice is going to be a better nutrition quality than the instant rice, which is the first ingredient of #1. Yeah, the caramel color in this one does bother me. I'm not gonna lie. I said that none of the ingredients bothered me, but I don't think
the Mountain House actually was darker than the others. And that,
yes.
Does that have color? I don't know if it has coloring or not.
Yes,
This one was the darker of the
yes, yes. The #3 was darker than the number.
But doesn't show caramel color or some kind of color?
No, sir, it doesn't.
Okay.
I think the soy sauce probably brought a lot of that color, and that's the second ingredient here.
Oh, yeah, probably so. And then that's sodium, salt.
Modified food starch was the second ingredient here, so that's not that. Doesn't make
Okay, well, I thank you very much for participating.
I lied. Freeze-dried chicken is the second one. Modified food starch is the fourth ingredient, right after sugar. This one's probably not good for me to eat.
Well, in survival, like we say, we'd eat any of these in a survival. And be living like a king,
Yes.
I would think, as far as,
I mean, that's
or queen in your case.
way better than I normally eat when I backpack.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Hi, Craig. My name's Scott Hunt. I'm Engineer775 on YouTube, and I'm from South Carolina. And I'm about to enjoy some delicious food, I hope.
Well, I'm sure you're familiar with freeze-dried food, but you
Yes.
have no idea what you're tasting, so go ahead and start wherever you want.
Start wherever I want. I got 1, 2, 3. Got 3 different types of food here.
So starting out with #1 now. Idea of texture, flavor, smell, anything you want to give us. And it's designed so
Yeah,
you
the
actually...
texture's good. Flavor's good. Is that?
You can actually go back to the spoonful later if you leave a little bit on the... That's why I gave you at least 2 spoonfuls. Okay, so texture good, flavor good.
Yeah,
#1.
not bad. All right, just going in order here. #2.
Okay, starting with #2.
Not keen on the taste on that one. I'm kind of bland.
Okay.
Not so. I'm gonna come back to that.
Okay.
One definitely beat 2.
And now, lastly, he's trying #3.
Now, it kind of have different tastes.
Well, they're all teriyaki chicken, but
I was
obviously...
gonna say, that one's very teriyaki. That one, #2, did not taste like teriyaki chicken.
Okay.
#3 is like... The 3 is legit, Craig.
Okay, so the thumbs up for #3 and the other 2. #1 would be your second choice, it sounds like.
Yeah.
And now, of course, in a survival
Going
situation...
back to #1. In a survival situation, I could eat it all.
Yeah, because bugs and grass are not as good as this stuff.
One's not bad. I don't like #2.
Okay.
So tell me what I did.
Let me show you what you did. You like the best brand you're probably very familiar with.
Oh, yeah.
Mountain House chicken teriyaki.
Was 3.
That was the #3.
Okay,
you liked
makes
the best.
sense.
#2, or I'm sorry, the second choice you liked best, #1, was Wise.
Really? Is that the camping version?
Yes, it is.
So this is their premium one.
This is one that has real meat.
Yes.
All these have real meat in them. I wanted to make sure I did.
Apples to apples.
Yeah.
Chicken to chicken, rice to rice.
And the third one is a company called Valley Food Storage. Actually, that was #2, but it was the one you liked the least.
The one I liked the least was that one. So
now, would you still say, however, that all of these would be acceptable, let's say, to serve to your family as a replacement meal?
I don't think I would do #2.
Okay. Well, that's what we wanted an honest answer. The interesting thing about this, that sometimes we'll change it for people, is the ingredients. Look how little ingredients, or you have to have less. There's very few ingredients compared to, for instance, Wise.
Oh, yeah.
It looks almost like
a regular, right. Yes.
So this has that going for it, and there's there's a plus.
So it's simple. Okay.
Yeah, and maybe that's why it's not as flavorful.
Well, that could be. People we are deceived by flavors and flavoring sometimes. But Mountain House has always been good and has never let me down. I like all of them. My question for you, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Quick question. On the seafood, do they have the seafood anymore? The seafood chowder? It was my favorite Mountain House.
They stopped that about 3 or 4 years ago now. They only had it. They didn't have it in the pouch anyway. They only had it in #10 can.
Oh.
But
yes.
They may still make it for the military. They also had a version for the military packaging. I don't know that they still have those anymore at all. That I don't know for sure. But I know I can't buy it anymore in the #10 cans.
Rats.
It's
Well,
been
was that
about 4
good?
years.
I hope that worked.
Thanks for coming by.
Very good.
Very good.